Jewellery, cheating with jewellery. Now, Christy and I have both had to have done this because and I was going to wriggle that, but I just realised I'd taken mine off. But so Sarah was asking, she is a warm, muted, soft, but I think from memory, she wears silver, white gold. Yeah,
absolutely. And points for theory dedication, Sarah, first and foremost. Yes. But good news is you don't have to go too crazy, especially with rings and watches, mainly because it's away from your face. It's such a small amount. If we're talking necklaces and earrings, then maybe you have to pay more attention because they are so close to your face. But with especially sentimental jewelry like wedding bands and commitment bands and things like that, we would say you can go with those. But if you're not too sentimental, you could consider, and if you want to just really go 100% with that theory, you can consider getting silver dipped in gold or vice versa. So that's something, if you're not too attached, that you can do that. But I thought it was a good opportunity for you to remind everyone of the different colour palettes and the precious metals that do go with those palettes. You can see on the left-hand side there, we've got our warm muted family, which are great in gold, brass, and copper. Our warm clear families, of course, are fantastic in gold, but it's shiny gold. So again, just like their colour palette, it needs to be clear. So no sort of brushing or beating of the gold, just a really nice shiny gold there.
I like to say that it's bling-tastic. That's how I like to, like I always say, are you like got a softer finish or are you bling-tastic? Oh, V, you're beating us to it. Let us show you where rose gold fits in.
So rose golds fit nicely with our cool muted family. You can see there on the right-hand side there. Our cool muteds tend to have to stick to silver and rose gold, and they can be that slightly brushed, slightly textured, beautiful metals. Cool muted light and cool soft can actually add a yellow gold into that, because remembering, of course, that those cool muted, soft, cool lights are quite neutral in their temperature, so they can cross silver, rose gold and gold. Our cool clear families fee are either silver all the way, shiny silver all the way, but again, our cool darks and our cool brights being a little bit more neutral can absolutely go that shiny gold precious metal. But again, this is hard and fast theory we're talking here. As I said, if you're talking necklace, earrings, maybe stick to these things. But it's hardcore theory if you're sticking to those.
And this is what I always say as well. Remember when we talk about print and pattern, and how what makes a print or pattern really interesting is if you throw in the opposite color palette into the print and pattern. I feel like that about jewelry. So yes, I'm a cool clear dark and I can technically do gold, but heaps of gold just by itself is actually too yellow for me. However, I wear gold earrings, I wear gold necklaces, because if everything else I'm wearing is the right color, it actually makes it look a little bit edgy. It gives it that real interest. The other thing I want to say is, if we're going true theory, you'll notice here that our neutral palettes can do the gold, even though that they're cooler. The warm palettes tend to really go for that gold, but you can, if you already have silver, or if you want to be a bit rebellious or a little bit edgy, you can bring that silver in. That's okay. So yeah, it's just playing around with that a bit, and for it to have any impact on your face, it needs to be a huge piece, like huge piece. Like it needs to be sitting, like, you know, being completely bedazzled.
Like your beautiful one that you wore in your one piece 3 ways challenge.
Yeah, like that. Yes, that it needs to be that big scale, to really.
Yeah. V's asking, can you wear silver on your hands and gold necklace as a warm clear? Absolutely, V. That's what we would propose. When you bring in colour close to your face, we're always going to advise wearing your colour palette, and that includes precious metals. But as I said, when I got married, I didn't know you could get white gold or platinum. Otherwise, I would have asked for it. But I'm too sentimental to get these dipped. So they've stayed like that.
Yeah. And so, look, yeah. And also, I know that you might be worried about not matching. Don't worry. And it's the same like if you think shoes and bags and belts and things like that, it's okay not to go matchy-matchy in terms of that.